In this video, I'll guide you through how to create and use rules in Zoho Books. By the end, you'll know how to automatically categorize your bank transactions so you spend less time on manual bookkeeping and reduce the chance of errors. Let's start by opening your browser and going to books.zoho.com. Sign into your Zoho Books account if you're not already logged in. Make sure you're in the correct organization or company file where you want these rules to apply, because rules are specific to each organization. Once you're in Zoho Books, look for the banking section in the main navigation. This is usually on the left-hand side of your screen. Click on Banking to see a list of all the bank and credit card accounts you've connected to Zoho Books. Now, scroll down through your list of accounts and select the bank account where you want to set up a rule. This should be the account that's receiving the transactions you'd like to automate, for example, your main business checking or a specific credit card. When you've opened that bank account, look for a small gear or settings icon, typically near the top right area of the bank account page. Go ahead and click on that gear icon. This is where you'll find options that control how this banking feed behaves. From the settings menu that appears, choose the option called Manage Transaction Rules. This is where all your existing rules live, and it's also where you'll be able to create new ones. If you haven't set up any rules before, this page might be empty, and that's completely fine. Next, click on the button to create a new rule. It might be labeled New Rule or something very similar. This opens a form where you'll define exactly how Zoho Books should treat certain bank transactions automatically. Start by entering a rule name. Pick something clear and descriptive like Stripe fees expense or monthly software subscription. A good name makes it easier to manage your rules later, especially when you have several set up. Now choose where this rule should apply. Look for a field labeled Apply To. Here you can usually decide if the rule applies only to this specific bank account or to multiple accounts. Choose the option that best fits how your transactions come in. For example, if similar payments appear in more than one account, you might want a broader rule. Next, set the conditions under Categorize the transactions when. This is where you tell Zoho Books what to look for in the bank feed, such as a particular description, amount range, or reference text. For instance, you might say that any transaction whose description contains a certain vendor name should be categorized automatically. After setting the conditions, choose how you want the transaction to be recorded, select the appropriate options for record as, such as expense, income, or transfer, then choose the correct account like an expense category or income account. You can also add a reference number or note if needed. These details help keep your reports accurate and consistent. If you see an option like Add Transaction to this rule, select it to attach an existing bank transaction that matches your conditions so you can immediately see how the rule will behave in practice. Once everything looks right, click Save. Your new transaction rule is now active, and future bank feed items that match your conditions will be categorized automatically based on the settings you just defined.